here's Stankie.
What's up everybody, another beautiful day in Azeroth, and here's a quick guide on how to play Enhancement in the War Within. Starting off, I just want to say that some of this is subject to change as nerfs and buffs roll out, and I will be releasing in-depth guides for multiple Enhancement builds a week or two after the War Within releases. So for this video, I'll be covering the current top performing Enhancement build meta for M+ in Raid and how to play it, which is in essence the Elementalist build from Dragonflight, but with Ascendance and the new Stormbringer hero talents. Stormbringer wants you to spend Maelstrom on Chain Lightning or Lightning Bolt in order to proc Tempest, which replaces your next Lightning Bolt with a big uncapped AoE nuke, which also triggers talents like Arc Discharge, increasing your Chain Lightning damage, but it also spawns a Lightning Feral Spirit, while still doing crazy damage, which is why you really want to generate and spend as much Maelstrom as possible. Due to this, we'll be going down the Ascendance path in our tree rather than Primordial Wave. So now we all get to stare at that awesome Ascendance animation. Please change. So due to this, we get Static Accumulation and Thorim's Invocation, which really synergizes well with Stormbringer talents, due to not only increasing Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning damage, but also gives them a chance to refund Maelstrom spent, which means we'll be able to cast more spenders, giving us more Tempest procs, and we'll be using Ascendance cooldown over Deeply Rooted Elements since this build does not use Stormstrike a lot. An Ascendance cooldown will primarily work as a Maelstrom generating cooldown, allowing you to machine gun out spenders during it since you generate more Maelstrom and Windstrike spends for you, and anytime we spend we have a chance to generate or refund Maelstrom. But we also add in a naked Primordial Wave, since it buffs Lightning Bolt damage and synergizes with Stormbringer talents like Conductive Energy, applying Lightning Rods to all targets hit, which further increases your overall Chain Lightning damage by an insane amount. But also, due to all the extra talent points we were so graciously bestowed upon, we can now either go Fire Nova or Frostshock Hailstorm route for this build. Currently, Fire Nova performs a lot better in AoE but worse in single target and vice versa for the Frosty Shock. So both works, might be a case by case depending on dungeons or how your group pulls. Personally though, I prefer Fire Nova currently because it felt better to play with, numbers aside. Compared to Dragonflight Elementalist build, you spend a lot more often with this, which means you have fewer globals to comfortably fit Ice Strike and Frost Shock on AoE, sometimes to the point where you simply don't press it, whereas Fire Nova very comfortably fit in since it's on a longer cooldown, plus you get a big chunk of Maelstrom from Fire Nova, which is also very easy to fit. You'd throw a Chain Lightning, then Fire Nova, and you'd be able to Chain Lightning again, or pop Primordial Wave into Fire Nova to generate Maelstrom for Lightning Bolt, since with this, Primordial Wave won't give you 10 Maelstrom, nor any haste for that matter. It's literally only there to make Lightning Bolt slap on AoE and apply Lightning Rods. But on the flip side, Fire Nova does very little on bosses that doesn't have adds, and Ice Strike plus Frost Shock do fill in a few of the gaps in our rotation that you have on single targets. So with that said, let's check out the prior order for our rotation, and then I'll break it down how you play it and approach it. Because if you're new to Enhancement, we have a very chaotic priority list, which means what we should press next can change at any point, so it can feel very overwhelming to approach, but once it all clicks, it is personally the most fun I've had in World of Warcraft to date. Side note, I'll also have a video out for an easier to approach build that performs close to this, which is a ton of fun as well. Ooh, advertising my own content. So going down the list on AoE, you always want a Tempest at 10 Maelstrom if it's available. You always want to make sure to Windstrike if Ascendance is up, Lava Lash Lash to spread Flame Shock if it's on less than 6 targets. Always cast Primordial Wave when it's available. Flame Shock if there isn't any up. Always cast Feral Spirit when it's available. Cast Lightning Bolt if Primordial Wave buff is active and you've spread Flame Shock and you have between 8 to 10 Maelstrom. Chain Lightning if you're at 5 Maelstrom if you have Arc Discharge stacks. Otherwise cast Chain Lightning at 8 Maelstrom. Then you wanna pop Ascendance? Make sure you cast Chain Lightning before so that Wind Strike casts Chain Lightning and not Lightning Bolt. Fire Nova if you've spec'd into it. Crash Lightning if its buff is not active. Lava Lash and tab target to apply Lashing Flame to different targets for more Flame Shock damage. Ice Strike, Frost Shock if Hailstorm is talented. Storm Strike, Sundering, and whatever else glows. If you're new to Enhancement, it might seem overwhelming, but in essence, what this means is you want to avoid overcapping Maelstrom, so always be ready to spam Chain Lightning or Lightning Bolt. If you don't have enough Maelstrom to spend, Lava Lash or Storm Strike with the occasional Crash Lightning. If you've talented into Fire Nova or Ice Strike or Hailstorm, then those as well as Frost Shock serves as Maelstrom generators as well. And then you pop your cooldowns whenever they're ready. So for example, going into a pack in a dungeon, you'd Flame Shock one target, Primordial Wave another, then pop your Feral Spirits. Lava Lash to spread Flame Shock to up to 6 targets. Pop Fire Nova to generate Maelstrom if you've spec'd into it. If you hit 10 Maelstrom, send Lightning Bolt empowered by your Primordial Wave. Otherwise Crash Lightning to generate the last Maelstrom. After that you spam Spenders and Generators. If you pop Ascendance, make sure to Chain Lightning manually so that your Wind Strike doesn't start spamming out Lightning Bolts. It makes you feel very sad. And for single target, the rotation stays virtually the same, but you spend a bit more aggressively with Lightning Bolt instead of Chain Lightning. So you always want to cast Tempest if it's available and add 10 Maelstrom. Wind Strike on cooldown during Ascendance. Feral Spirit, Primordial Wave and Ascendance on cooldown. Lightning Bolt at 10 Maelstrom. Lava Lash if Hot Hand is active. Otherwise you want a Lightning Bolt at 5 Maelstrom. So what this means is if you have 10 Maelstrom and Hot Hand active, you Lightning Bolt, then Lava Lash. And then you fill with Lava Lash and Storm Strike, Sundering, whatever. So to TLDR it, spend Maelstrom on Lightning Bolt or Tempest. Tempest always at 10 Maelstrom. Don't have enough Maelstrom, spam Lava Lash, Storm Strike, Fire Nova, Ice Strike or Frost Shock if talented for it. During Hot Hand procs you want to weave Lava Lash, meaning every other global should be Lava Lash, Lava Lash, Lightning Bolt, Lava Lash, Storm Strike, Lava Lash, Feral Spirit, Lava Lash, Lightning Bolt, etc, etc. Gotta get into that flow. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the rotation. Keep in mind that this is very early into the expansion, so rotation is subject to change, but I will release a more finalized version of this guide a few weeks into the expansion. If you have any questions at all, hit me up in the comments or on Twitch. You can also become a patron, Twitch sub, or YouTube member and get access to the Stankie Gaming Discord where you can get help with anything Enhancement or rating related. You can also get shoutouts in videos among other things. Don't forget the usual stuff, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, it really helps my channel out. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.